Gemini, welcome to your love reading for the month of March. I went ahead and pulled your base reading as I normally do, and so I can meditate on you guys. Now, I do want to mention I did feel for two camps of Geminis here, but mostly I'm dealing with the Geminis that are in some sort of a relationship that it feels it's like very one-sided. That one of you is giving more than the other, and then the other person is non-committal or is just, doing this whole like one night stand act kind of thing. He's trying not to commit, but, also keeping you on the line, keeping you on the hook kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying. Now, I also got for a lot of you that are single as a dollar bill, Geminis looking for love, something will unexpectedly come to you guys, but not until the middle of the month, towards the end of the month. But be careful that you are not alienating all your friends and all your other relationships in pursuit of this happiness, in pursuit of this love relationship, because I do see some healthy imbalances going on here. And a lot of you, I do see some sort of like a breakup or, I see you guys kind of putting your foot down, which is interesting because right now we have Venus in Aries and it's going retrograde. And Venus being in Aries, that means we're very action-oriented. And Venus being ruled by Mars, it's very aggressive. So it has us saying and doing a bunch of things that we normally would not do. And it's making us reflect a lot on the past because it is in retrograde. And it's going to be there all of March and part of April. But at least in April, it goes into Pisces, where we keep most of that crazy in our head. When it's in Aries, we act upon it. And I could see that in your reading, Gemini, because there's a lot of fire here. And fire is action, 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 baby. And I heard a lot of saxes going on here, a lot of boom, boom, a lot of chemistry. I definitely see the chemistry, guys. That's for sure. But I don't see the commitment part. I just don't. Or it could be just not yet. It could be just like when you're kind of putting your foot down and then we see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and clarify all these guys too as we go along, but let's just begin. So in the beginning of the month, I have Temperance reversed. And this telling me there's a lot of imbalances going on in your relationship. One of you is giving 300%, the other person is only giving 50%. What the hell? Also, it's just like somebody's breadcrumbing you. If you're the single Gemini, be careful you're like dissing all your friends and, your family and all this stuff because, you're like on the hunt. It's an example, but you know what I mean. And then following that, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. This is making, in the upright position, is making a choice, going down the road less traveled or, the one that you're accustomed to. This is you, taking that risk and saying, it's like, I don't know, maybe I just need to drop this and let this go with whomever you're dealing with and see what else is out there kind of thing. Because you are, at the end of the day, Geminis, very cerebral. You know what's up. You can easily cut shit out. You're like, if this isn't going to work, I'm just going to move on, I know he's playing like games with me or the lack thereof. He keeps me on the line by breadcrumbing me, but you know when to cut that person out. With the Two of Wands in reverse, you are being that kind of a person. Also, if you're single, you're again, it's a slight imbalance that you guys are, your approach to getting yourself out there where you might be slightly too aggressive. It's just a warning. Please don't shoot the messenger. Forewarned is forearms. I'm arming you guys. That's it. And it's not my fault. It's Venus and Aries. Blame them. Finally, to cap the rest of the beginning of the month, I have the Six of Swords. So when you do this, when you do drop this, and you take this risk and you move forward and you kind of slice things out, this happens. The Six of Swords. You move into a healthier, happier new direction. Something that you do makes things change. But when I'm talking about what's good for you, what's good for Gemini, what's good for not you and this other person, or not you as a single Gemini, what's good for you individually, you on your self-growth journey that you need to get to your true north. You making these risks or these changes or these decisions puts you on your true north. This is what the Six of Swords means, getting course corrected, being put in the right direction. Now in the middle of the month, I have Four of Wands. Yeah, This is talking about finding a place of commitment, getting invited to a wedding. If you are single and you're invited to an engagement party or a wedding, go. You might meet somebody. They're single Geminis, for sure. Some of you are actually getting engaged. Some of you are getting married. Congratulations. But a lot of you are in a relationship now, are in a marriage now, and are thinking like, I don't know if this marriage works for me anymore. I just don't know. It's like imbalanced. It's not working out. We're not figuring our shit out. You know, and this is why you have in the center of the reading the Nine of Pentacles. This is you being single, independent, doing everything on your own, financially being okay on your own, taking care of everything on your own. This is you individually being independent, and you're taking a beat. You're thinking about it, because here you are in the beginning of the month, dropping these Two of Wands. In the center of the month, this is you being the Nine of Pentacles, making that risk and saying, you know what? Maybe I do need to be single. Maybe I do need to break up. Maybe I do need to change it up and put myself out there as the single lady. Finishing off the middle of the month, I have Seven of Cups. Yeah, you have options. You have choices. There's more than one fish in the sea. You know that. It's also the card of delusions, but I don't see no delusions here. I really don't. I think this is you saying, you know what? There's more options out there. I don't need to be stuck with this just Joe Schmo that's playing with me. I like him, yeah, sure. I like him a lot, but, where's the commitment kind of thing? At the end of the month, I have the Six of Wands. You being successful in making those choices, whether you're single, coupled up, or whatever, whomever situation you're in, the decisions that you make from the beginning to the middle, at the end of the month, you find true success. A lot of you are dealing with somebody that is a Prince of Wands. That's a fire sign. A lot of you, I see Sagittarius on the table. And I see Gemini also, which is you guys. You're the Two of Cups, because the Two of Cups is right here. That's the card of the Gemini. Now, over here, this Knight of Wands, which is usually Sagittarius, plus Temperance is Sagittarius. It could be an Aries, it could be a Leo. He's a fire sign male who is your age or younger, but he's also a Spitfire. They call him the Playboy. They also call him the One Night Stand. So be careful. This is the energies that are coming in towards you. This could also be you capturing this type of energy. Just saying, be careful. If you're all about that one night stand, okay, fine. But, make yourself clear, guys. This isn't what you want, because you end the month with the Two of Cups in reverse. This is either a breakup, soulmates not getting together, or, you met somebody recently and you figured out that they're your soulmate, and it hasn't just formed into a union just yet where it needs to turn upright. So this is why it's in the reverse. We're going to go ahead and clarify all these guys and see what's going on so we can see what story is really here. Why is Temperance in reverse? Please clarify, universe, angel, spirit guides, for my team Gemini. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Yeah. And the Six of Wands. So, I'm trying to see where it's not so blurry. And a Six of Wands. So this is contracts. This could also be a prenup. This could also be a divorce. This is anything that's legal. And this is also receiving and telling the truth. With this in reverse, this being the imbalance that's coming towards you, I definitely want to feel like the truth comes out. And when the truth comes out, you find a form of success for yourself. You could say to yourself, like, you know what? This looks like a friggin' red flag to me. What the hell are you doing? Are you in or you out? And you are receiving that truth. And when you receive that truth, you go on to a level of success. Same thing if you're single. Maybe if some things have been imbalanced for you, you receive some truth telling. And then from that, you receive some form of success as you move forward. Why is the Two of Wands in reverse? Please clarify the Two of Wands in reverse. Thank you. Please also give us the Six of Swords. Please clarify Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the Two of Wands in reverse is you, where I was telling you earlier, where you taking that risk, that challenge, and this is in regards to a marriage, a union, a relationship, or doing something in an orthodox way. So maybe this person who wanted to have this unorthodox relationship, you're like, nope, no thank you. I want an orthodox traditional wedding, marriage, relationship, whatever it is. So this is why this is in reverse, because you actually made the decision of what to do regarding this relationship. Six of Swords, you moving in a better direction. Even though you're doing this, you're a little bit in your head. You're a little fearful. You think that you're going to be stuck for some reason, or that you are stuck and that you have no choice, that you need to go this way. That's interesting. You're never stuck. I love this card, the Eight of Swords, because I'm like, oh, phew, thank God, this is only in my head. There's a way out. There's an answer. I just got to figure it out. Because, the swords aren't covering her. She can walk forward, and then she could just wiggle out of those things and take off the blindfold. She just put herself there, because knives are mental. It's in your head, and when I see that card, usually I'm like, oh, there's a way out. Thank God there's a way out. I'm not truly stuck. Like if I see like a hangman or something like that, I'm stuck. I have obstacles. This is not an obstacle. This is an obstacle you put in yourself. And that's probably why you have the Six of Swords, where you are moving in a better direction. Universe, Angel, Spirit Guides, why is the Four of Wands here? Please clarify the Four of Wands. Thank you. Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles, crowning the whole entire reading for my Gemini. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Thank you. And the Seven of Cups, please. Please clarify Seven of Cups. The Four of Wands, where we were talking about you're getting invited to a wedding, to an engagement party. For you single folk, you should go. We already discussed that. You never know who you're going to meet. And it could be a Pisces too, because this is the Moon card. These are secrets, things that are not being illuminated to you just yet. So even if you are dealing with a marriage and this is your marriage, you might not know there are certain things that are going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of just yet. And so you kind of have to go through the motions organically, Gemini, and let things play out. I always hear them. I always feel like I hear the universe yelling at me, let things play out, let things play out. I'm like, okay. The universe isn't ready to reveal all its secrets to you. And that's usually for me the Moon card, or the High Priestess. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, you being single and quite dandy, in your fine robes, with your hair coiffed, looking beautiful and sexy like you are, financially independent and grounded all on your own, was clarified by the Three of Wands in reverse. So I feel like you have no future regarding this relationship, or you're done trying to build a future with this person. You're dropping the burdens because you were heavily burdened and you sacrificed so much. You're like, I'm done with this. And this is definitely dealing with somebody from the past. This is somebody who came to you from the past. Maybe this is a childhood romance and you're like, I'm over it. I'm just like, I'm done. Or, if you're the single folk and you're the single, this very single Nine of Pentacles over here. Because this is what is. This is the clarifiers. So this tells me you definitely are single, because you either broke up with somebody or you're just single. So you're finally giving up. That's what this card is. You're giving up. You're allowing, you're going to stop planning your future like methodically and crazy in your head kind of thing. You're going to let your friends hook you up with people in social environments and let them do the work. That's why you got the Moon card too. Let them do the work. Seven of Cups, having options. So many options on the table, not knowing what to choose, what to decide. Heal thyself. It's like, it's too much in your mind, it's too much in your head, and you're going over and over again in your mind. It's telling you, you know what, you need to take a rest. You need to take a break. You need to heal from this situation that you recently been through. You've been through some major stuff. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you just recently broke up with somebody that was showing you a bunch of red flags and they weren't giving you an answer, that when the bravest thing somebody can do is not to stay. It's to get up and go. That's the balls. That's the strength. And that's what you've done. And now, you need to heal from that choice that you've made. Six of Wands. Why is Six of Wands here? Six of Wands, at the end of the month, you're finding great success. Oh, yeah, my friends. Let me tell you something, whether you're single, coupled up, or dealing with a breakup, for all of you Geminis out there, you know, this level of success and the decisions and the choices that you make is going to move the wheel in your direction, in your favor. The wheels of fortune and luck are going on your side. This is why you have this level of success towards the end of March. Universe, angel, spirit guides, what is this Prince of Wands doing here? Who or what do they want? Please clarify them. Thank you. Can you have one more, please? He's somebody that's definitely your age or younger. It's a little immature, too. He also might not have a lot of coin. Yeah. I don't know. This is very specific for some of you Geminis now. Please, of course, listen to your moon and your rising as they may complement, clarify, you know, this reading or resonate better with you. But this tiny specific message for very few of you Geminis. Recently, a lot of you had a breakup in your marriage and your relationship, and it was due to this person, from a one-night stand, a one-night of indiscretion, or somebody that you had an affair with. And it, of course, it could be vice versa. It could have been that they had done this to you. And that's why I'm getting over here this, I kept hearing one night stand. What the fuck? And then the Tower in reverse tells me this recently happened in the past. And that's why you have the Two of Cups next to it. This is a breakup. With this Page of Pentacles in reverse from somebody that was younger than you. Some of you just had an affair with a younger kid, or, you know, a more immature person. I don't really think that this particularly means anything for you single folk. Or maybe you did. Maybe you just got rid of your fling that you were having. You're like done with the flings. Why is the Two of Cups in reverse here? I think you definitely, Geminis, are making room for something solid and stable. And this is what you're asking for now. But because of Venus and Aries, it's like it's forcing you to go into this very aggressive mode. Yeah, a lot of you have been dealing with a breakup or a marriage ending, because I have the Five of Cups clarifying the Two of Cups. This is definitely a soulmate that you feel like was your soulmate that you broke up with, and this is guilt and sorrow and just reflecting on that situation. Geminis, I wish I had a better reading for you guys, but overall, I don't think this is bad. I'll tell you why. Because you're in this process of this ending, and you're making room. You're going to push this aside, and you're making room for something new to come into your lives, guys. I just saw an orb go down. Your angels are, and your spirit guides are definitely with you, Gemini. They're here to protect you. They're getting rid of what no longer serves your best interest. You are done. You've graduated this. You're on to the next platform. Universe, angel, spirit guides, Archangel Michael. What messages do you have for my Geminis? One more message. You know, I shuffled this before and I had to redo the video, and guess what? All the same exact cards are falling out. And I didn't want to say anything because I was like, you know what? I'll just redo it live and see what, you know, I'm getting out of here. I have 5 cards and they're all making sense to me, and they're pretty much almost the same thing as the last cards. Okay. A lot of you at the end of the month might be having a reconciliation. So a lot of you had a reconciliation, and then you realize maybe it was a mistake. It shouldn't have happened. You know, maybe I am better off not, you know, dealing with this person from my past. Separation. Two of Cups in reverse is separation. Some of you are separating. Some of you are divorcing. Some of you are taking a personal time out. Flirt. For you single Geminis, extend your light-headed energy. But I think you guys are going to be okay, Geminis, because this is you in general. This is how I always felt like a Gemini is. They're fun. They're flirty. I love Geminis. I love Geminis. I have the best of time. I'm in Aries. Me and Geminis get into trouble all the time. But you guys are like natural flirts, and everybody's just naturally attracted to you guys. Just bring that energy back out. And I think you are. A lot of you And I keep hearing this is more advice, 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 advise them, advise them. So Gemini, I feel like, with this Venus and Aries, that aggressive approach, they're just telling you to be fun and flirty and just take that kind of an approach. For some of you who were dealing with an unrequited love, maybe you were in a relationship where, like I told you earlier, it's one-sided. One of you is giving 300% and the other one's only giving 50% because one of you is not really into this while the other person is. There's a lot of you Geminis, you know which camp you fall into. And last but not least, finances and career. Maybe a lot of you are dealing with financial issues regarding your relationship, and I really think this is for marriages that are breaking up or separating. And then this is why I felt I saw this going on. This being blocked, stuck in your head. Like, well, if I get a divorce, I'm going to be shunned. I'm going to be left with no money. I'm going to have nothing. There's always a solution, because that is what's in your head. This is what's going to happen. The success and Six of Swords. The sixes for me is the card after the fives, where the fives are the changes, and the six is you getting up from on the ground, getting back up on your horse, picking up the pieces and moving forward. That's what that means to me, Geminis. And I think that's where you guys are right now. You're realizing what you need to do. And as you make these motions in March, you're going to be able to pick up the pieces and move forward in your love lives. Because it is clearing the way for you to go from the 6 to the 10 to the ace to start something brand new. So we have this saying in Greek, where you eat a whole horse, but then you leave out the tail. You are almost complete. You did the whole thing. You did the whole journey. You went through all the struggles and the exhaustion, and now you're at the tail end. And that's what the tail end also means. Here you are at the tail end. It's just another thing you need to get through in March. And then once you do, April starts unfolding like a beautiful flower for you, Geminis. Well, I can't wait to hear what the readings are going to be for you guys in April. And until then, Gemini,